been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Double kill.
This is Fatih's passive skill. Every time he uses an active skill, he gains an enhanced basic attack that, in addition to dealing extra damage, has greater attack speed and attack range. He can store up to 5 uses of this basic attack before using them. Fatih's skill 1 is his only dash skill, and it can be used up to 3 times before going into cooldown. The first 2 uses let him dash forward and deal damage to enemies, while the third use launches them as well. The more times he uses the skill, the longer its cooldown becomes. Fatih's skill 2 deals damage to enemies in a straight line and slows them. He also recovers health when hitting enemies, and the more he hits, the more health he recovers. However, he only receives half the health for hitting minions and monsters. Fatih's ultimate makes him an even more powerful fighter. With it, he instantly removes all crowd control effects on himself and gains increased max health and enhanced stats. The more enemies are nearby, the more his max health is increased. The effects of his skill 2 and enhanced basic attack are strengthened while his ultimate is underway. This is Fatih's most commonly used skill combo. Before entering the fray, he uses his ultimate to gain stat enhancements. Next, he starts dealing damage using his enhanced basic attack and follows up with the first phase of skill 1 to chase after the enemy. Another enhanced basic attack lets him deal more damage, and skill 2 lets him slow the enemy to keep them close. One more enhanced basic attack, and the second use of skill 1 lets him continue chasing after them. Once their health has been whittled down, he can use the last use of skill 1 to pin them down and deal a final blow. This skill combo is very useful during team fights to absorb damage or counterattack. It mainly relies on combining the stat enhancement of his ultimate with his other skills and basic attacks to deal damage and recover health. Before entering battle, use skills 1 and 2 without a target to stock enhanced basic attacks. That way, once you open with your ultimate, you have all the enhanced basic attacks you need to attack the enemy. After Fatih unlocks his ultimate at level 4, survival and damage output become a lot easier. At this point, he can choose to assist his teammates in their lanes or join them in invading the enemy's jungle. In team fights, he can position himself on the front line, as his ult lets him swiftly recover health by spamming basic attacks in skills 1 and 2. Every second he remains standing is another second his team's backliners can use to dish out damage. Since his ult can remove crowd control effects, he can also choose to save it for when his opponents use their crucial crowd control skills. In the early to mid game, Fatih would do well to focus on farming, prepare ambushes, or, if he has the time, help his teammates build lane superiority. When his gear is more or less in place in the mid to late game, he'll be better placed to take part in team fights. However, he's not quite tanky enough to rush in at the first opportunity. Instead, he should keep an eye on the enemy damage dealers, and choose whether to initiate and take damage with his ult, or join in a little later to clean up the field.
You have a ways to go.
Keep your distance!
Our flag will fly above the enemy's fortress.